So I've reviewed your biopsy results and the implications of those biopsies. What I want to go through now is basically your treatment options, which will really either be surgery or radiation therapy to the prostate. When I discuss each of those, I want to go through what each of the treatment involves, meaning what you have to go through, and what the potential early and late problems might be, complications of the treatment. For each of the treatments, erectile dysfunction or impotence is a potential problem. And for surgery, we'll talk about issues of bladder control and urinary control incontinence. And for radiation therapy, we'll talk about issues of bladder irritability and irritability of the rectum. So we'll go through all of those issues. Now, before I start, I want to make sure of two things. Number one, do you have any questions before we go into the treatment options? And number two, most patients have some very important specific issues for them that we want to address. So I want to make sure that before we finish, that those issues that you may have, I go through and we focus on those specifically. Do you have any questions at this point?
Are you saying, Doc, that I will no longer be able to function as a man sexually?
One of the complications of all of the treatments for prostate cancer is loss of erections. Now, I will get into that in much more detail when I go through the side effects. It doesn't mean you won't be a man, it just means you may need treatment for that, and I'll go through all of that a little bit later, unless you'd like to address that issue before we even start.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
You can continue.
All right. Before we go into the specifics of the treatment, I want to make sure that you understand that this is what we call a significant cancer, and that we're going to talk about ways in which we can potentially cure that cancer. Is that your understanding?
Yes. Yeah, my understanding is that I have the option of surgery or radiation.
Wonderful. Well, let's talk on into a lot of detail about the two treatment options, surgery and radiation therapy for prostate cancer. I just want to summarize what we've gone through, and as I do the summary, I'm going to jot down some notes for you so that you'll be able to refer to those when you go home and you consider your treatment options that we've reviewed. So from the standpoint of radiation